Today, we're diving into the best areas for newcomers to Colorado, giving you the inside scoop on lifestyle, commute, and everything you need to know in order to choose the perfect city for your move. So whether you're looking for a faster paced, sort of exciting urban lifestyle near Denver, or some of our more quiet family communities out in suburbia, we're going to dive into it all in this video. And by the end of it, you're going to have a crystal clear game plan as far as what areas are going to work for you and what areas might not be the best. So with that being said, guys, let's jump right into it. I want to show you guys an example of how easy it really is to commute around the Denver, Colorado area. This is one of the things, guys, that makes it probably the most difficult for you when you're first starting to look, because you're not really sure where to live. Let's say if you need to have close proximity to the airport, because I know a lot of big cities out there, it can easily be an hour to an hour and a half or 2 hours to get to the airport based on traffic. And in Colorado, you're going to find that you actually have a lot of options, which can make it a little bit difficult to narrow down. So just to give you guys a good example of that, I want to jump over to the MLS here. So this is our Denver MLS. This is exactly what we see as real estate agents on the back side of things. And we have a really cool tool here that I want to show you guys. If I come over here to map search, what you're going to find is this little tool up here that allows for drive time. I'm going to go ahead and throw in here the Denver International Airport. Let's say that we want to be able to drive here, arriving at, let's say, 8 a.m. within, let's say, 60 minutes on a Monday. When I hit add here, this is going to outline all the areas that are within an hour of the airport based on that time of day and the predicted traffic. Let's let this thing load here and see all the areas that could be a possibility for us. Let's take a look here. This is our outline. This covers a huge area. The red dot here is going to be the airport. The blue outline is going to be everywhere within an hour on that Monday morning. So as you can see, if we look up here up north, this is going to bring us all the way up to almost Loveland. We're right here next to Berthoud. We've got Johnstown right here. So very, very far in northern Colorado. Here's Longmont right here. Longmont's another very popular area. It just made the cutoff for that hour drive. So this will be about an hour. And then it comes all the way out here to Boulder. Down on the west side, it's going to basically cut down the whole Front Range right here, all the way down south to Castle Rock, and pretty much covers the entire Denver metro area. As I was saying, why it can be a little difficult for you guys is because let's say you want to be within an hour of the airport, it literally covers the entire Denver metro area. So this is just how easy it is to commute in Colorado. If you're looking at an hour, you really can live anywhere in the metro area, right? Which is great. All right, so now we are going to do 30 minutes of the airport at 8 a.m. on a Monday. So that should be peak traffic. Keep that in mind. Now we've got our red dot of the airport again. Now, as you can see, this cut off a lot of our options here on the west side. Here we have down all the way down here to South Aurora, all the way out east here to Watkins. And then this is going to cover pretty much the east Denver area all the way up to Reunion and Commerce City. So we definitely get a little more limited here if we're trying to stay within 30 minutes, but let's go ahead and bump it out just a little bit here to the 45-minute radius and see what that's going to give us. Okay, now here we are at 45 minutes. And as you can see, we have a lot more options here. All the way down here into Parker. We're crossing over into Centennial. We have all of Aurora selected. And then we're coming here into North Glen, all the way out to Superior, Louisville, and Lafayette up on the northeast side. And then up as far north to Frederick. Bottom line is exactly why I wanted to show you this demonstration here was that within an hour, you guys have so many options if you're trying to be near the airport. Now let's do the same thing with Denver. Okay, now right here, this is 45 minutes at 8 a.m. on a Monday, everywhere you can live if you are needing to commute to Denver. So this is going to take you all the way up north, just north of Frederick, again, almost to Longmont, but not quite. It's going to take you out to Boulder, and then it's going to take you down south here all the way to South Castle Pines and North Castle Rock. Now, again, keep in mind, this is prime time traffic. If you got to work downtown, you want to be close to downtown, look at how many options we have here, guys. So let's dive into these a little bit because now I want to go and talk to you guys about whether you're looking for some of that suburban living or some of the urban living closer to Denver and dive into some of those specific communities. Now, as you're watching this video, if you click the link in the description below, you can download our ultimate Colorado relocation guide. In this guide, we put our top neighborhoods, top shopping areas, good to know information when you're moving here to Colorado, fun things to do while you're out here exploring what areas could potentially work for you to live. It's an amazing, guys. It's 41 pages. Definitely download that. It's going to have everything that you need in addition to this video. So let's get right back to the content. Let's say you're looking for a little bit faster pace of life. Maybe you're a young professional, or you don't have a huge family, or you just don't want to do that whole suburban living thing yet. Let's take a look at Denver, and I'll cover some of our top recommended neighborhoods. To give you guys a little bit of perspective here, we've got downtown Denver right here in the middle. We've got the baseball stadium Coors Field right here, just on the north side of downtown Denver. Let me get out my marker. This whole area right here is going to be considered lower downtown, or as they'll call it, LODO. Denver likes to shorten and abbreviate all their neighborhoods, but this is going to be the LODO area, or again, lower downtown. This whole area right here is not going to have really any single family homes. It's pretty much going to be businesses, bars, clubs, restaurants, a lot of corporate high rises, and you are going to find a lot of condominiums here. We find probably the fewest amount of our clients moving to this area just because downtown Denver is just not one of those areas like a downtown Chicago where a lot of people are going to be living. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of people that live here, but with so many people that are moving here for the outdoor lifestyle, accessibility to nature and stuff like that, we just don't find a lot of people wanting to live down in this area. However, if we go just across the highway here, so here's I-25. I-25 is our primary highway that's going to divide the state pretty much by north and south. If we go just on the other side of the highway, we're going to find this really nice pocket right here, which if you guys have followed our channel for any amount of time, you're going to know how much I like this area. We've got these four neighborhoods right here. We've got Sunnyside, we've got Berkeley, Highlands. Over here is technically West Highlands. I would throw that in there as well. Sloan's Lake down here on the south side. What I love about these areas, I call this urban suburban, where you're going to have a lot of single family homes, and you do have townhomes and condos and apartments as well. But for each of these areas, you're going to have a lot of single family homes, a lot of really, really cute homes. Specifically, what I like about these areas is that each one of these spots has its own little sort of main street or downtown strip here. For example, here in Berkeley, you have this street that runs north and south, and it is called Tennyson Street. So you've got tons of shopping and dining around here. Just a really, really cool area. Atomic Cowboy, man, great pizza. And it's also Denver Biscuit Company in the morning. It goes to Atomic Cowboy in the afternoon. Really good pizza at night, really good biscuits in the morning. Really good place to check out. As you guys know, you've heard me talk a lot about the Highlands area here. This is also called Lower Highlands. So I'm going to come over here to Google Earth and show you guys a little bit of what the Highlands looks like so that you can get a feel for the types of homes that are going to be out here. So this whole area is the Highlands, and here, just to orient you, we've got I-25 running north and south here. Over here, we've got Coors Field. If we come down here, you can see the beautiful view of downtown, which takes me to one of my first points about living in the Highlands, which is going to be right down here. So you've got these amazing views of downtown Denver, some of the best views I think we have of downtown Denver. Turn this around to the west side. Man, you've got these amazing views of the mountains as well. A lot of these places that are going to be here, you can see down here, we've got a lot of these sort of like apartment buildings. The closer you are to the highway, the more apartments you're going to have here. And a lot of these are condos as well. But then as we kind of start going a little bit further west into the Highlands, you're going to see where these apartment buildings start transitioning into these single family homes here. Now, as far as price point, you're going to see everything from, 800 to 2 million plus. So there is quite a variety, but what you can see, there are trees everywhere. This is a nice, quiet area, and you're going to find homes that are, the original sort of classic, almost Victorian Denver style homes. You're also going to find some of these 2-3 story, very sort of modern contemporary homes. Here's a really good example where we see, just some of the Denver style homes there amongst some of the other more newer contemporary ones. Let me jump down here to Street View, drive you guys around a little bit to show you what some of these neighborhoods are like. So right here, as we kind of start cutting down this street, you can see these. So this is actually one of the duplexes that I was mentioning earlier. Here's just a classic Denver style home that we've got. And then you've got these new builds. Here's like a pop top. I bet this is original base, and then they just built on top of that. This is another duplex style home. These can range anywhere from about 700 to $1 million. And these are really good for people that are looking to be close to Denver, not in downtown Denver. Each of these homes feels like a single family home inside. They're so big, and the way that they're laid out and constructed really feels like you're in a single family home. So if you're looking for some affordability while being in one of the hottest areas in Denver, a home like this might be a really good option for you. If I turn around here, you're going to see some of the Victorian style homes that I mentioned earlier. Here is a single family, more new contemporary style home. Got this guy sitting right here in the middle. This almost looks like the house from Up, if you guys have seen that. This is going to give you guys a really good example of just what some of the areas are like in the Highlands. Now, one of my favorite things about the Highlands here is the shopping, dining, and drinking for that matter. Really good trendy restaurants that are here, really good sushi places, really cool bars, cool speakeasies that they have there. So in this whole area, it's very popular. It's not going to have the downtown party vibes like you're going to see in Lodo. It is going to be more of, hey, we want nice dinner. We want a cool place to have some drinks. We want to mingle with, some other young folks, but we also want to go to bed because we have work in the morning, or we're going to come out here for a Sunday morning brunch. Sunday fun day is a very real thing here in the Highlands. Again, this is why we call it urban suburban, because you kind of get the benefits of suburban life with, a single family home, a garage, a yard, nice quiet streets, but it is a little more fast paced with how much there is to do in the area. Now, let's say you want to stay within 45 minutes of Denver, but you're looking for the best mountain views possible, and you're looking to have close proximity to the mountains because you want to go camping every weekend, or you want to go out and ski and snowboard quite often. Let's just jump back over here to the map here. And as you can see, we have Golden. Now, Golden, man, you're well within the 45-minute radius here to Denver. Golden is probably, depending on traffic, maybe 20 to 25 minutes from downtown Denver. But let's dive into this area a little bit because I think you're going to like it. All right, now here we are in Google Earth checking out Golden. Let's go ahead and zoom in here a little bit. We've got Highway 6 that runs up the west side of it, but man, look at how close you are to the mountain. So here we have Golden right here in the middle, and then you can see these mountains are starting right away. Notable things about Golden, it is a historic town. All right, it was an old mining town. It still looks very historic. You're also going to see this college campus over here. This is the Colorado School of Mines, most known for its engineering department. So as we kind of, come down here and look around, I like to call this sort of a mini Boulder that is going to be much more chill and relaxed, right? Like the Colorado School of Mines, they're engineers. They're not partying. Boulder kids are, or maybe they are. I guess maybe if you're an engineer and you do like to get a little crazy, comment below on how engineers actually act at their school. But from my experience, guys, Golden is a lot more relaxed than Boulder, but it is really fun because it's this mix of being extremely close to the mountains like you are in Boulder. You've got the historic downtown, and you will find here it is a pretty quiet, fairly small city, but you will get a lot of weekend traffic because it's also semi-touristy. As we kind of zoom down here, let me come down to Street View. All right, so here we are on Washington Street, and just look at the amount of pedestrians there are, how many commuters are around. This is exactly what I'm talking about when I'm saying that we can get a little bit busy on the weekends, but it is very fun. So again, whether you're living down here or just living anywhere else in Colorado, it's a great place to come down, walk the main street, go check out some of these restaurants and shops that they have here. This little like Golden Goods Mercantile. It's just very cute. They've got this big arch over here. Welcome to Golden. It is so Colorado down here, if that makes sense to you guys. If you're from Colorado, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but just a really great spot here. So not only do they have downtown, but surrounding downtown, guys, you're going to find a lot of homes, obviously. Now, the closer we are to the downtown area, one of the things that you'll find is that the homes here are very old, historic, like again, very cute, but these are probably 100-year-old homes, which means they're going to be a lot smaller. The layouts are going going to be a lot different. These are actually much older than even the traditional Denver style homes. Now, if you're looking for someplace, let's say newer in Golden, they definitely exist, but you're just going to be coming out away from downtown a little bit. So if we come up here, let's say a little bit more north, closer to the mountain, we'll jump down and check out one of these streets so you can get a feel for how these are looking. A little bit older homes, okay? You're very, very close to the foothills. These homes are typically, I would say, anywhere from maybe 600 up to maybe 700 or so. Again, slightly older, but now you're looking at 50s and 70s versus, 100-year-old. And then if you are looking for a newer area, an example of those would be right over here. And really, I just want to show you guys a variety of the homes that you're going to get here. So now you're finding these homes that are built in from 2000s up to about 2015 or 18. Now you're getting the really big square footage. You guys can see how surrounded by the foothills that you are. Gorgeous neighborhood. There's scenery all around you. It almost reminds me of Castle Rock, but way more green. You're not going to have this much greenery around Castle Rock. You're going to have more rocks around Castle Rock. Surprise, surprise. But this gives you a really good example of the things you'll find in Golden, from 100-year-old homes to, the more moderate 50s, 70s, 60s homes. And then these homes, which these are going to be anywhere from around, let's say 900 up to about 1.2. So if you guys are looking for homes that are as close to the mountains as possible, some of the best views while still being very close to downtown, this is going to be a really good area that you should definitely check out. Okay, now let's work our way down south a little bit. And let's say you're like, hey, Eli, I've done the city thing. I've done the urban suburban thing. We're coming to Colorado. We want master plan communities. We want rec centers. We want shopping, but we want a nice suburban neighborhood. Let's come down south here and we are going to check out Highlands Ranch. Now, as you guys can see here, we are still well within that 45-minute travel time to downtown Denver. Again, keep in mind, this is at 8 a.m. on a Monday. Okay, so this should be peak traffic. So as we come down here into Highlands Ranch, let me give you guys the breakdown here a little bit. Just to orient you guys a little bit, we've got I-25 running north and south, E-470 running east and west here. Just below E-470, this is where we are going to cross into Highlands Ranch, right here in this circle. All right. Now, Highlands Ranch is actually broken up into 4 different parts, which this won't be exact, but this is going to get us pretty close. Here we've got like West Ridge, South Ridge, North Ridge, and then East Ridge is probably right around here. In Highlands Ranch, you are going to find tons of neighborhoods crammed within these 4 sections, but it is technically all considered Highlands Ranch, and you are not going to see a massive variance from neighborhood to neighborhood outside of maybe just price point. But overall, Highlands Ranch was primarily developed in the early 2000s. And that means that a lot of the homes might feel a little outdated if the sellers haven't done some updates, or if your price point is on that side of, let's say, 700 to 800, or maybe 600 to 800, where some of the homes might still need a little updating, but a lot of the sellers have done a lot of nice updates there. But let's go ahead and cut down here to one of our streets here, just to give you guys a feel for just a normal Highlands Ranch neighborhood. Here I landed on a trail, right? So perfect example, there are tons of trails that go through all of our neighborhoods here in the metro area, especially these suburban neighborhoods. However, I don't want to be on a trail. I want to show you guys an actual street. So we're going to zoom down here. All right, now looking around, this is going to be a really good example, just an average normal Highlands Ranch neighborhood. Again, if I had to guess, I'd say these homes were built in 2003, maybe 2005, right around there. These are going to be a lot of your standard 3 to 5 bedrooms, 2 to 4 bathroom homes. These are probably going to be in the 750 to maybe 850 range. What I love about Highlands Ranch is you're going to have a lot more mature landscaping. Okay, so a lot of, like, let's say the Castle Rock neighborhoods that are newer, you're just not going to have big, mature, established trees in the area. A lot of them they do, but obviously in a new build area, you're not going to have those. Here we do have just a lot more mature landscaping. Because of the size of Highlands Ranch, you're oftentimes going to have a lot bigger yards, especially ones like these that back to cul-de-sac, or not back to a cul-de-sac, but are nestled in a cul-de-sac, where you're going to have a lot bigger side yards as we kind of make this curve for the cul-de-sac. Now, another cool thing about Highlands Ranch is the amount of rec centers that they have out here. Each of the 4 quadrants will have its own main rec center, and no matter where you live in Highlands Ranch, you will have access to each one of those. Each one of those rec centers has its own little theme. Like I think one has archery, another one has rock climbing, one has really good pools. So if you guys are looking for some place with a lot of amenities for the neighborhood residents, Highlands Ranch is going to be a great option for you. Also worth noting that this is in the Douglas County School District. That is the same school district where Parker schools are, Castle Rock schools are, as well as Highlands Ranch. They're all part of Douglas County there. Really good school district. It's always within the top 5 highly rated schools. And for that reason, Highlands Ranch is a great option for a lot of you guys. Now, another neighborhood always worth mentioning in Highlands Ranch is Backcountry. Now, Backcountry is going to sit on the southwest side of Highlands Ranch. Guys, it is absolutely beautiful. It's honestly probably one of my favorite neighborhoods in the entire state. It is a gated community, so you have a little more privacy there. But within Backcountry, man, there is such a good community in there. They have their own community center and clubhouse, their own pool. One of my favorite things about Backcountry is just the views. Because you sit on the southwest side of Highlands Ranch, there's no homes built behind you. It literally is just mountain views. There's tons of trails right behind there and real trails. So whether it's like hiking or mountain biking that you're looking for, or just, you know, taking a nice walk, you don't even have to leave your neighborhood if you want to go and experience a lot of what Colorado has to offer. Now, home prices are going to get a little more expensive up there. I'd say the heart of Backcountry is going to be anywhere from 1 to 2 million, but then you are going to find some really amazing custom homes that go all the way up to 2, 3, 4, 5 million, probably at the highest. But man, if you're interested in Highlands Ranch at all and your budget is around that, let's say 900 to 1.2, 1.3 range, Backcountry is going to be one of my top recommendations for you. Highly recommended that you get out there and check it out. Now, lastly, I want to talk to you guys about South Shore, Colorado. Now, South Shore, as you can see here, is on the southeast side of Denver, and it's just outside that 45-minute to downtown radius. However, the reason I wanted to bring this one up is because you are pretty much directly south of Denver International Airport right here, which means you're going to have a super fast trip to the airport. So if getting to the airport on a regular basis is very important for you, South Shore is definitely going to be on your list. I say South Shore, but really I just mean this entire southeast Aurora area, which is, man, just a phenomenal place when you're looking at master plan communities and places to shop, parks. You have the Aurora Reservoir right here, which has its own Aurora Lake, basically, which is a non-motorized lake, meaning you're not allowed to have any motorized boats on there, but people go out there and paddleboard. There's a huge trail that goes around the lake, and they even have a private beach. But out here, guys, you are going to find a ton of new build homes. Let's see. So here I am in Google Earth. You're going to find a ton of new build homes. Let's jump down here to one of our streets and take a look at what these are going to look like. In my opinion, this is where you're going to find some of the best homes for your dollar, because these homes are going to be anywhere from $750 up to about $1.5 on average. You'll see what I mean from like the mature trees and landscaping. This is a little bit newer area than Highlands Ranch. So you have like some smaller trees, but still plenty big lots and some absolutely gorgeous homes. Some of the best community centers and clubhouses that you're going to find in Colorado. Extremely family friendly. You're going to have homes that are on these large footprints, bigger backyards, 3 and 4 car garages sometimes, oftentimes 3. But as you guys can see here, the neighborhoods are just beautifully maintained, very, very family friendly. You're going to have a lot of local community events and stuff that are happening like that. And sometimes I would say that maybe one of the downsides or some of the feedback that we get from people is that they feel like maybe on the map, it's too far east. But here's the deal. Yes, it is on the eastern side of Colorado, or the eastern side of the Denver metro area. It's right around here. But here's why that's not necessarily a bad thing. First of all, you can still see the Rocky Mountains, right? If you've got mountain views, you've got mountain views. Or the Rocky Mountains, they stand out, you can see them. But because you've got 470 that runs right through the heart of Southeast Aurora, that's our toll road over here. It's a great highway. There's never any traffic on it. It's phenomenal. There is a toll though, so just build it in for the budget if you're out there. It's $2 or $3 each way, or each time you got to use it. But because you're sitting there right there on the highway, it makes it so accessible, whether you are going going to the mountains and you're taking 470 all the way out west here, or you're taking 470 all the way up here to go to the airport, you're right on the highway. So anywhere you live right in this general vicinity, it's usually maybe 5 minutes or so just to get on the highway. You're taking this wherever you do need to go. So yes, you're physically further east on, this side of the metro area, but your highway proximity still makes it highly accessible. It's a quick trip to the mountains. It's a quick trip to the airport. It is a little bit longer than that 45 minutes if you're trying to get downtown on a Monday morning. A lot of the people living out here, you're working from home or you work in the Denver Tech Center, which is right around here, and you just don't need to go to downtown Denver. So I am a huge fan of this area because, again, you're getting really, really good bang for your buck as far as the home, really great accessibility regardless of where you need to go due to the highway access. And this is in Cherry Creek School District, and Cherry Creek is usually in the top 3 of some of the best school districts we have here in Colorado. So hopefully this video was helpful for you guys and you newcomers here to the Denver metro area. I really just wanted to give you guys, hey, if you don't know where the heck to start, watch this video, and now you've got some really good recommendations based on downtown living, best places for mountain views, best bang for your buck in terms of school district and homes and community centers for that suburban sort of living. So I really hope you guys have some good direction from this video. And as a reminder, we are licensed real estate brokers. So as much as we love making these videos, we love more to help you with your real estate needs. So there's a number popping up below. Throw us a phone call, text message, or email. We'd love to jump on a Zoom call with you, bust out these maps, jump on the MLS, and help you determine where the best place is going to be for you to live when you come here to Colorado. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.